Hello and welcome to the Tom Green podcast, the first ever solar-powered barn cast. I want to thank Battleborn Batteries for helping us out here in a big way by bringing us power to this off-grid barn. And we're broadcasting today using only solar energy. Very exciting. I'm excited to announce that today on the show we have a very special guest, and our very first guest, my dad, Richard Green, Captain Richard Green. How are you, Captain?
I am really very good. Very honored to be here.
Yeah, pretty cool. You're the first guest on the new podcast.
Amazing. That's I'm a TV star now. That's great.
It's like This is like television.
Yeah. Wow.
This is the new television.
Wow. Wow. Mama always told me I'd be a TV star, so here I am. Yeah.
You've been a TV star for a long time, though.
Oh, really?
Well, ever since I painted your house plaid.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that people recognized me for that.
No, they recognize you. You know they do. Everywhere you go, you can't go out of the house without people stopping you on the streets, right? Saying, "Hey, aren't you
back in the old days, it used to happen quite a bit. Yes,
yeah,
that's true, and I did enjoy it. I must admit.
You do, huh?
Oh yeah, I like to be a star like I am. You know.
Yeah. You liked being on the show.
I did enjoy being on the show. Yes, I did.
Even when it meant that in the middle of the night I would wake you up on a work night? It was a sort of a...
No, I did not enjoy the middle of the night ones, no.
What about when I painted the pornography in your car?
I didn't enjoy that at the time, no. I disliked that extremely, yeah.
But then afterwards when people saw it and laughed and came up to you on the street and said they enjoyed it, then you kind of came around and enjoyed it.
I came around because by that time the car had been back to its original form. So
absolutely. The 1992 Honda Accord.
I know, great car, yeah.
You never considered for a moment maybe to just keep the pornography on the hood and just ride around like that for a while?
Well, I did, but Mom wouldn't let me.
Oh, really? Makes a lot of sense. Well, this is a lot of fun. Well, we've had an interesting day today. I've been having a little bit of a sort of a personal battle with Fanny, the mule, because mules, people don't know, are very intelligent. Not everyone realizes how intelligent they are. They're actually smarter than horses. And because of that, Fanny has figured out that I don't know what I'm doing whenever it comes to me riding her on the property here. I've, of course, just gotten this mule and donkey, Fanny and Kia, this year, just in June. And kind of it's been a big sort of learning curve for me. But Fanny has figured out that when I'm riding her, that I don't know what I'm doing. So she's realized if she does not go in the direction that I want her to go in, then she doesn't have to do it. And she just basically refuses to walk into the woods. I'm trying to figure out if it's because of the bears or if it's because of the fact that she just doesn't feel like doing that. So that's what's going on. You were there. You saw what was happening. You've done some horseback riding yourself in your day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did it look like I was doing something wrong, or did it look like she was just being stubborn?
I think, well, both, you know. She was being stubborn, and you really didn't have the knowledge to overcome
What
that.
was I doing wrong?
I don't really know. I'm not an expert horseback rider. I know what I mean, I am, but, you know, my horses were all trained.
Right.
And someone trained them, and then I just had to use the reins, and the horse would go where...
But I was using the reins, so I was using my feet. I was looking in the direction that I want to go. So there's a 1, 2, 3 method. You start with the least annoying thing for her. You look, right? Then she should turn when you look. If she doesn't turn when you look, then you push with your foot. So you look and push. If she doesn't turn, then you look, push, and pull the rein. And then she should turn. And she will turn every time unless I'm trying to get her to go down the trail to the woods. And I think maybe it's because she senses there's bears back there, because there's bears back there.
Yeah, well, I mean, gee, out west, the horses wouldn't go anywhere if they were afraid of bears.
Really?
Yeah, no, they weren't afraid of bears. Yeah.
What do you mean? You said out west, though, if there was a bear, the horse wouldn't go there?
No, I said that the horse would go there because it would go wherever it was told to go.
Oh, okay. No, I think it's just
bear or not.
Yeah. So this is some sort of human error probably happening.
Could be.
I've untrained her.
There's, very subtle ways, I guess, of making a horse do what you want. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know what those are.
yeah, that's right. You got to find out what they are, and
I mean, I've asked people and I've been told what they are, and I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but she's still kind of challenging me.
What if you got an expert, or that lady who has her stables down the road, come up, ride Fanny, and see if she'd do what she says?
That's what I'm going to do. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do. But in the meantime, I'm watching YouTube videos to try to figure out how to get the 1,600-pound animal whose back I'm riding on to cooperate with me. It's a bit dangerous, I think.
Well, I've been watching YouTube videos to teach me how to play golf. Mm-hmm. And people say that I'm the worst golfer they've ever seen.
Okay, yeah, I'll get the expert to come and help me then. So this is pretty cool. So we're hanging out this week. Mom's on a vacation.
I know. Holy God.
So Mom went on vacation with her girlfriends.
Deserted me.
Yeah.
I know.
And left you. She said, you're going to take Dad for 10 days.
Well, then it turned out to be for 3 days, thank God. Oh,
Yeah.
you're going to be looking after me, even though...
Yeah, you're going home.
Yeah.
You're going home.
Yeah.
You're going to go out to basically sell poppies for Remembrance Day.
Yeah, I'm selling poppies tomorrow. Yeah, I've done it for 2 other days, too.
Yeah, and so you'll go stand out at one of the local grocery stores.
Yeah, I was at the liquor store the first couple of days, and people there were so generous.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, man.
Do you think people coming to buy liquor are happier to donate to the veterans?
I think they are, yeah.
Because they know they're going to go get drunk soon?
We'll do a comparison between people coming to buy groceries and people coming to buy liquor. I think liquor will win, hands down.
Yeah. Is it nice feeling to be out there supporting the veterans by selling poppies? And you have lots of nice conversations with people on the street?
I did. I had people would tell me about their relatives, where they were in the war and what they did, and they were quite, into it, sort of thing.
To be clear, in Canada, it's sort of like Veterans Day. We have a thing called Remembrance Day, or it's like Memorial Day, I guess. We have in this U.S. they have Veterans Day and Memorial Day, and here we have Remembrance Day, which is like Memorial Day, where we remember the troops that have fallen and support and the troops that are serving overseas. Right?
Yeah, it's on the anniversary of the end of World War I. It was on November the 11th at 11 o'clock in the morning, or I forget what time it was. But
okay, so Remembrance Day in Canada is on the anniversary of the end of World War I, and that's why we wear poppies up here. Mm-hmm. I'm not wearing a poppy right now. You're wearing a poppy right now. Oh, you can show everyone the poppy. It's under your jacket there.
Is it?
On the leather side, yeah, on the other side there.
This side over here?
Yeah, you can show the poppy right there.
They always fall off. So
yeah, it's still there though.
Okay, great.
It's just up there a little bit, but
okay, I don't.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see it. Just pull your zipper back a bit. Pull your zipper back at the top. Yeah, just over there.
What, this way?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Now I see it.
Yeah. It's down there. Yeah, so you're wearing your poppy.
Yeah.
And they're for sale all over, and you're selling those, and those that contribution.
Well, it's donations.
Donations.
Yeah,
Okay, it's a donation. Yeah.
Yeah, some people, people were stuffing $20 bills in for this, 2-cent poppy, and because they really are into it.
Yeah, well, it's nice. Well, it's a great way to support.
It goes to the Legion, and the Legion, which helps veterans, but also does other charitable work too.
Yeah, I grew up on an Army base, right?
You did, yeah.
I grew up on CFB Petawawa, Canadian Forces Base Petawawa, where you were a tank commander.
Yeah, at that time I was just back from Germany, where I had been a tank commander, but there I was in charge of a light armored regiment. We had, I should say squadron, we had, I think, 6 tanks and a bunch of APCs, and we had infantry and reconnaissance vehicles. And
okay. APCs, Armored Personnel Carriers.
Personnel carriers.
I remember riding in those when I was like 6.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun growing up on an Army base.
Yeah, that's right.
There were tanks going by, APCs going by. I remember I got to go shoot a machine gun one day.
Really?
I think you took us down to some place, and I shot an M60 machine gun. It was the big one.
Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
To lay down on the ground. No, it was some event thing. It was it was, everyone was there. It was a sort of a public day for everyone could go with their kids and go fire a machine gun.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, maybe, do you think it was sort of a little thing?
No, I don't even recall that, but
Okay.
I'm sure
All
it
right.
happened.
Okay,
yeah.
maybe that never happened.
Yeah,
It was the 70s.
Yeah, anything goes.
I think
70s.
things were a little more loose back then, right?
Yeah, it was close to the 60s. The 60s were really loose.
It was take the kids to fire the largest machine gun in the Canadian military arsenal day.
I would be surprised if you actually got to fire the largest.
I remember I lay down on the ground and
Really?
we were feeding the bullets through it.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe my memory is wrong. Maybe I didn't get to fire it. Maybe I was just standing back watching someone else firing it. Mm-hmm. I remember riding the APCs.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you did that. Yeah.
So when you were a tank commander in Germany, what does that entail exactly? You won the international tank commander competition for NATO, right?
Yeah, it was my troop had won, okay? There was 5 tanks, and we all trained for it. And we all fired separate competitions. Each day was a different tank. And of the 5 tanks, they had the higher score than any other country.
Mm-hmm.
I personally had the second highest score. My troop sergeant beat me by 1 shot.
Okay.
The bastard, okay.
But you were in charge of the whole troop or something?
Yeah, I was in charge of the troop.
So ultimately, as a team effort,
Yeah,
you coached the troop into winning the NATO, what was it, gunnery competition?
gunnery competition, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And you've got a plaque at home, and I would show everybody, but it's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. If there was a tank here right now, we could get in the tank, drive around, and like, what could you pinpoint with a tank? Like, how far away could you? Let's say there was a car that you were going to try to shoot with a tank. How far away could you hit a car?
I would say easily a mile away.
What?
Yeah.
A mile away, you could peg off a car?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. A moving car?
Yeah.
Wow. How do you anticipate? You have to shoot sort of a little ahead of it?
Yeah. Shoot ahead of it. Aim right, aim left, whichever way it's going. Yeah.
How do you even see it a mile away?
You've got binoculars, and the gunner has a ×6 sight too, so it all seems closer than it really is, you know.
Wow. So you're actually able to peg off a moving vehicle a mile away.
Sure.
Unbelievable. What kind of tanks were you in?
We had the Centurion tank, which is they're now obsolete, but they were state of the art at the time.
Okay, a Centurion tank. And where are those tanks made?
They were made in England. They
Okay.
were British tanks.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool. And so were they like a World War II tank or something?
They came at the very end of World War II. I don't think they actually got into action, but they were supposed to be the answer to the Tiger tank. They would be able to outduel the Tiger tank, but the war ended before.
What was the Tiger tank? Who had
the Germans had the Tiger
Germans
tank.
had the Tiger tank.
Yeah,
So then the British got the Centurion tank to be the answer to the Tiger tank, and then the war ended.
that's right.
And then they had a bunch of extra tanks and they gave them to Canada.
Well, then they kept, then we had, we were worried about Russia, coming. So we had NATO was all lined up across the line, and we were waiting for a Russian invasion, which never happened, but we anticipated it.
It could happen soon.
It might. You never
Starting
know.
to feel a little bit like that could be something that could come back.
It could. Yeah.
Now, what tanks do we have in Canada now?
Well, they have the
Leopards, I think.
Leopard, yeah. Mhm.
I saw one of those when I was over in Afghanistan.
That's right, too. I think they have a more modern Leopard now, too, yeah.
A more modern Leopard.
Yeah.
That's cool. And who makes the Leopard tank?
The Germans.
The Germans. See, isn't that kind of strange how the whole thing works, the whole system works?
Well, they were so good at making those Tiger tanks. I mean, what the hell? You know?
I know. Geez. Okay. Windows can't beat them, join them, I guess.
Put them on our side. And,
We did beat them and joined them.
Yeah.
We did beat them and joined them.
Yeah,
And we beat them, and now we get their tanks.
that's right. Yeah.
Funny how the world works, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, that's interesting. And so when you were in the military, you had to go overseas a little bit. You went to Vietnam.
I was there at the sort of the very end of the war. We were the International Commission of Control and Supervision. When the peace treaty was signed, we went out to various sites and we were reporting if anybody violated the peace treaty.
That's you and your Canadian, what? Troop? What?
Well, it was me and my team leader, who was Jerry Willis.
Okay.
And we had a 3/4-ton truck and radios, and the South Vietnamese would report, or normally to us, because we were on their side, supposedly, that there was a ceasefire violation. You know, people were firing mortars at this particular place. They shouldn't be doing it. So there was Canadians, Hungarians, Indonesians, and Poles.
Uh-huh.
2 communists, two non-communist reps, and we'd go out and we'd argue over who violated the ceasefire.
Wow. And you just be driving around with Jerry in a truck?
Yeah.
And do you have guns on you?
We had pistols.
What kind of pistol were you carrying?
Browning semi-automatic, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so that must have been was that scary or was that kind of thrilling?
For me, I thought it was kind of thrilling, but I mean, no, I never was really worried about being killed. So
you weren't really in combat, but you
wasn't
were
really in combat. I mean, I could have been accidentally killed by being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But
you were in sort of a somewhat volatile powder keg type situation that was kind of calming down, and you were there.
Yeah.
And people don't know that Canadians were in Vietnam.
Well, we were there before, ever since the first Vietnam War, which was there was a peace treaty signed back in the 50s, and that was when the French were booted out of Vietnam, and they brought in a truce supervising organization, which Canada must belong to, and Canada and the Indians and the Poles, I think it was.
Canada avoids getting in a lot of wars. I mean, we were in Afghanistan,
Yeah.
Canadians, but we didn't go to Iraq.
No.
We were in World War II.
Yeah, we lost, I don't know how many 150,000 people and were killed. A lot of people, anyway, I'm not sure.
Your dad's brother.
He was killed, and he was in the Special Service Force. He was killed just outside of
Casino.
Casino, yeah.
And he's in Italy. Mm-hmm. And now they just named a reservoir after him in Saskatchewan, near his hometown.
That's right near where his farm was, his parents' farm. And
the Daniel Green Reservoir.
That's right.
And it was just named after him.
That's right. Everybody go see the Daniel Green Reservoir.
Go to Saskatchewan and see the Daniel Green Reservoir.
That's right.
That's your dad's brother.
Younger brother, yeah.
That would be your uncle?
Yeah, my uncle. Yep.
Your uncle, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And how old was he when he was killed in battle?
22, I think, yeah.
22 years old. Mm-hmm. Isn't that sad?
It is sad, yeah. He was apparently a really nice fellow and very musical and athletic and everything like that. Everybody loved him, but...
From Saskatchewan.
Mm-hmm.
And, you never lived in Saskatchewan, though, did you?
I did, because I was born during the war.
Yeah. You were born in Kingston.
I was born in Kingston,
Ontario.
But my grandparents lived in Saskatchewan.
Okay.
And so my mother took me out to the farm in Saskatchewan, and that's where we stayed for a couple of years during the war.
During World War II?
Yeah, during World War II.
And your father was where during World War II?
My father was, he was started out in Sicily, Italy, and then Germany, yeah.
Unbelievable. Wow. So when you're at the farm during World War II, what were you, 4 years old?
I was born in 41, so I was probably, 2, 3, or 4, something in that area, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just posted a photo of you recently on Instagram of you at
driving the tractor.
3 years old driving a tractor.
Yeah.
On the farm in Saskatchewan.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have fond memories of being on the farm in Saskatchewan?
I do. I remember that tractor, they were loading the stooks, they were called bundles of hay or wheat or whatever onto a wagon. And so the tractor was pulling the wagon, and it was inconvenient for the adults to come up and get on the tractor and move it between stooks. So I would be sitting there, and they'd say, "Oh, go to the next stook." And I just put it in gear, and we'd go ahead to the next stook.
And you're 4 years old doing this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, what else do you remember from life on the farm as a 4-year-old during World War II while your father was off fighting?
One thing I remember is, well, we didn't have electricity or phone in those days,
Okay.
and there was no paved roads or anything like that. But I remember at night, I'd be sent up to bed and hear these friggin' coyotes howling.
Yeah.
Oh, Mommy, Christ, oh, Mommy.
It's like here.
Yeah, well, yeah, except there seemed to be more of them there.
Yeah. Well, there's quite a few here sometimes too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm deaf, so I don't hear them.
That might be what it is, right? Isn't that interesting, though, that now I'm basically living life on the farm and you were growing up on a farm?
It is. It's hereditary. I think you wanted to be a farmer all the time. You didn't know it, but yeah.
I do kind of feel like that might be kind of something to it, to that,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what would you do on the farm when you were a kid? Would you go out and what other things would you do? Would you go fishing? Would you go?
Yeah, we used to go fishing. My grandma had a cottage in a place called Carlisle Lake, which was about 20 miles from the farm. And we'd go every day because there was no refrigeration in those days. And so meat, you couldn't keep meat very well. So we relied on fish. We'd go out every night, catch about 20 perch, maybe a pike or two. And my grandma was an expert. She'd clean them all in about 20 minutes sort of thing. And we lived off these fish.
Wow. So we don't need refrigeration.
No, as long as you got a good supply of fish.
If there's some sort of electromagnetic pulse attack, and
Well, they didn't have electricity in those days.
No, I know, but I'm saying today, if there's some sort of a EMP attack or whatever it's called, where they drop a thing and shut out our power grid, right? We can just go eat like perch and largemouth bass.
Yeah, except there's a lot more people now, and
Probably most of them don't know how to catch a fish, though.
That's it.
And clean it.
We'll be on the good side. We'll be fat and happy eating our bass, and they'll all be starving to death.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll throw them a little bit of fish now.
Yeah. Well, this is fun. It's fun being out here at the farm. I'm so excited to have moved back to Canada after 20 years in Los Angeles. And we've built this podcast studio. Isn't it neat?
It is very neat. It is indeed. Yeah, I love it.
We're making a broadcast right now here in a off-grid 100-year-old barn, 100-plus-year-old barn. There's no power in here other than the power coming from our solar-powered Battleborn battery system. Thank you to Battleborn batteries. But there's no heat in here.
I know.
So we're wearing our jackets and our hats and our mitts. And Charlie is all wrapped up in
Poor Charlie.
a blanket down below. She's doing good.
Yeah, she looks pretty happy now.
Yeah, and it's great. So, well, this is very exciting. I've been having a lot of fun at the farm. As you know, there's a wizard on the property.
I know.
So that's pretty cool. And we let everybody see the wizard in the last episode. Also, I've been practicing some of my marksmanship with my shotgun 222 over-under shotgun rifle combo gun. Been doing a lot of walking in the woods.
You need to have someone go score and see how close you got to the center of the target.
Right. At least I hit the target, though.
Did you hit it for sure?
I hit the target, yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
I have a pretty good shot, actually.
Excellent. Okay.
People have told me that.
Really? Okay.
Like any time I've fired a gun, people have said that I have a above average, if not almost like abnormally good marksmanship.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
I don't know. That's what someone told me once.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun, and probably going to be doing a lot more outdoor activities here on the podcast and showing people what's going on around here. So you can watch this podcast on YouTube. Please subscribe. You can also listen to it anywhere you can listen to podcasts. This is just a test. This is just a technical test of the
Okay.
podcast.
Right.
This isn't actually an episode.
Oh, okay. Oh, come on now.
Well, I mean, it's it's an episode. I mean, it's
Oh,
gonna.
it is? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be posted and everything.
You told me I'd be on TV.
No, it's going to be. It is. But it's a test episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to say test because like we're doing things like I need a new headphone cable.
Okay.
Because I don't like the white headphone cable. I don't like the way it shows up in the shot, and I need a headphone extension so that it kind of like doesn't hang there like that. And what else do we need to do? We're gonna do a little cosmetic work on the room here. We're gonna get some benches for our studio audience. We're probably gonna get a few wooden boxes to put some of that junk over there in, so that it looks nice and clean up here. But pretty cool though, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna get a lot better. It's not a test. It's not a test. Okay, this is the first non-test
I
episode.
hate tests.
Okay. This is the first real episode.
Okay.
It's a non-test episode.
A non-test episode. Excellent.
This is a real episode, official. Welcome to the Tom Green podcast, the first ever solar-powered barncast. My guest today has been Captain Richard Green, my dad.
Yeah.
And that's it. They're gonna be short and sweet.
Okay. Well, great. Now I expect maybe I'm going to get a call up from CNN or someone, wanting me to be on their program.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
That could happen. I mean,
I think so. Yeah.
I think in this day and age, if you want to be on CNN, all you got to do is basically call them and ask.
Really?
Yeah, they're just looking for warm bodies.
Well, I'll do that then.
They're just looking for warm
I'll
bodies
tell
to
them
come in.
I passed the test.
Yeah, fill some time. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks, Dad.
Well, thank you, Tom. I appreciate this opportunity to further my television career. Okay.
Absolutely. We'll do more. We'll have you back soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks very much for watching, everybody. This has been the first episode of the Tom Green podcast, Solar Powered Barncast. You can find it by just searching for the Tom Green podcast. It's going to be basically posted in the same places that the old Tom Green podcast was, but it's the new Tom Green podcast. But you just type the Tom Green podcast, and you can also watch on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you very soon. Thanks, Dad.
Thank you, Tom. That was fun.
Absolutely.
All right. Cool.
So much fun.
All right. Get out of this bar. You were up?
That's the problem with mules. This becomes controversial online, but mules are way smarter than horses.
Okay.
And horse people get upset when they hear that. And they'll say, no, mules are stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
But no, actually, mules are just really smart. And they're able to figure out how to get away with stuff. And that's why they appear stubborn.
Okay.
Whereas horses aren't as smart.
That's why you were like that when we brought you up? Or
Exactly, that's exactly why. Because I was way smarter than you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
I should have figured that out.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.